looks like there's a little black here, a little there, maybe a little there, a little here coming in. And I don't see much more. Maybe you can go over that a little. There's a line here, but I got to make sure you want to make sure it's super, super straight so that you can put lines like this in here, okay? So we're going to put that in like that. I can see some black in here. Not a lot, but it's just kind of moving around, so go ahead and do that. It kind of comes up like this. Not everywhere, but just a little, okay? It's actually more green, so if you want to mix some greens here in the front, you can do the green, and you can do that green instead of what I've done it, okay? So I'm going to throw that in, and I'm going to put that in here, just mangled around, whatever you want to do, okay? So I'm mixing green with black to get a really dark, deep green. Sometimes I take the picture off so I can see it a little bit better. It looks pretty good. We got a lot of, it's hydrangeas, so it's going to look okay. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my big brush, and I'm going to make that yellowish, greenish, whitish lawn. So I'm going to go yellow, I'm going to go green, lots of white, and some yellow. And I'm going to find another place to put that. It's kind of like a very soft green, okay? It's over here. Maybe a little bit more white, maybe a little gray to dull it down a little. Okay, again, I'm going back into the same blue where I was before. Don't worry, because I don't really want it too brighty, okay? And then we got here. Just gonna put that there. We got here, some more green coming in here. Okay, it's got more yellow in it in the middle here, so I'm just gonna add some yellow. Remember to paint the sides, super, super smart thing to do. Paint the sides. I'm doing straight across here, okay? Going into the hydrangeas a little, straight across. Remember to do the sides. You don't wanna go back, believe me, it's a pain. Looks like this is kind of more green here. Paint the sides, and we've got some green grass going up here, but we might want to do that last, okay? Throw that in like that. Looking good, I love it. Now, we've got some darker green, so I'm going to go in, and I'm going to put that. This green I'm going to mix with a little bit of black to make it a little darker. It looks like there's some here, and it kind of shoots around like this. There's a little bit over here, and there's a lot of it here, so I'm going to put that there. Paint the sides, doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then we have like a medium green kind of in the middle. So I'm just going to kind of try to make a medium green, which should be like this. And this is kind of a little bit darker than the rest of it, but that goes like in the middle, okay? Throw that in like that. Always fix it later, okay? Paint the sides, very important. Sides. We'll have this a little darker over here. Okay. We're getting there. Takes a while. Yep. We're at 27 minutes, so that means we already have an episode in 5 minutes. I'm going to put that in the water, have a sip. Next, I think we're going to do, make sure your eraser is erased. Let's do the hydrangea pink things. Okay? I've got this plate, it's pretty mixed up. So what I do is I'm gonna take the red and I'm gonna move it, okay? I'm gonna take my paintbrush and scoop it up and get as much red as I can, because red and green makes brown, and blue and red makes purple. Red and yellow makes orange. I don't want that near that. But you see I have a little bit of white here. Don't grab any of it with the green, but you can grab the white right off of here and put it here. Now I'm going to do pink hydrangeas, just like in my picture. Red and white makes green, especially alizarin crimson. Okay? I also have this super cheap paint. This is cheap, but look at the color of it. It's totally different. It's almost pink, so I'm going to put that in. Actually, it is pink. It says red, but it's not. No, it says, doesn't say anything, but it's supposed to be red. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, because it's totally different than my alizarin crimson, and I'm going to do this, and that's going to make a really nice pink. Okay, I'm going to put that Okay, you want it pretty much everywhere. Going around here, all these hydrangeas coming in. Remember, brown and red make green, so brown and pink isn't going to work out so well either. Okay, you want different colors. I might have to wait until that dries. Okay, you want some dark too, okay, because it's all different here. Okay, and then add lots of white for these hydrangeas. Go off the page if it goes off the page. Okay, I'm just trying to not hit the green because it is still wet. And green and red and pink make brown. So I tell the kids all the time, Missy, look, I made this. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Brush the brush. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the white part of the house. Make sure your brush is very clean for this part. You might even need a paper towel, okay? So I'm going to clean that brush, and we're going to go ahead and do the house. We're going to do it white, okay? And then we're going to put those lines. It's going to look great, okay? So I need new white, you know. This will come in handy, but there's nothing I can really grab, maybe a tiny bit over here, but it's really not worth it because I don't want to have anything but white, okay? So we're going to grab some more white. I don't have another paper plate, so the only way I can do it is to get up and go in my kitchen and get one. Yeah, we're going to Point Judith this weekend. I rented a house right on the beach from these two guys, I think. Anyway, it's gorgeous. And kind of expensive, but not really. It's really reasonable. And considering what they paid for the house, I mean, it's totally reasonable. Do the bright white. I mean, you don't have to. You could put a little gray in it if you want. But just because. You don't have to make it. The light hits white in different ways. My house is white, but when the light hits it, it turns gray in a few places. So again, try to be neat. And try to be accurate, okay? Don't worry if you miss a place because the canvas already is white. Okay? Sometimes it doesn't really cover up your pencil. Okay, so you want to just try. Once I put those window panes in, it's going to be great. I just ruined that part, but that's not a big deal. As I said, you can go over it, you can skinny it up, whatever you want to do. Okay, oopsie, messed up that part, but nothing you can't go back and fix. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put this in. It's a little bit darker because I'm working under a canopy thing here. So since this is like a, what do you call it? I don't know, looks like a trellis. That's going to be a little darker, okay? Because it is underneath an opening, okay? Also, so is this. Okay, so is this. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So is this. So is this. Okay, so not all white, you know? You got to think gray, too. And I know I go fast, but it looks so much more impressionist when you kind of mute it all in like this. It's so pretty. Okay. Back to the bright white here. Again, I didn't even wash my brush on that one because I was like, I don't want to. But again, there we go. What else is white here? A little bit of this is white. And a couple little twigs and stuff in the front, but we'll do that last, okay? Because that's kind of fun to do later, okay? So we're going to go in with a smaller brush. I'm going to get a little one here. It's not very good, but it's all I have, okay? See how it's frayed? You don't want a brush like that. It's all frayed. Okay, see? That's not good. But I don't have anything else. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to take my white, and I'm going to do my window panes. Now, you got to be very neat on this part, okay? Really neat. So what I'm going to do is there's two panes. Just make sure they are even, okay? We got one going here and one going there, which means it's going to go all the way into the next window, okay? So you can go straight across the whole canvas. You can just go like this, straight across, okay? And again, straight across. Don't be perfect. Paintings that are perfect, ugh, I don't like perfect, okay? It's got to come out perfect when I'm done, but I mean, okay, so then it has two lines going down. So we got to go like this. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, okay, and then 1, 2. Now if I had a better brush it would be much better, but that's all right, I don't care, it's fine. Okay, then what are we missing here? Our chimney. We got some brown in there. So let's mix some green and red, because I don't have any brown. Green and red makes brown, so let's go. Okay, put some brown there, mix it with a little white. It's kind of a light colored chimney, a little reddish. So I'm just gonna do that. It looks sort of like this. Put that in there, okay. Again, don't worry, doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, nobody's perfect. Like Ellen DeGeneres said, she's not perfect. You know? Who is? Okay, we're gonna make a little bit darker part on that chimney right here. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't know what I'm missing. Not much. Okay, I see little highlights and stuff, and this is a lot of fun. So I could see some highlights on my house. For instance, there is a white line right here. Must be where the light's hitting it. Okay, there's also a one there. There's also, this pillar is totally bright white. We're looking for the bright whites. Here's one here. There's one there. Okay, this is here. So you're really going to want to do some shadow in here, because otherwise it doesn't look good. There's a little white hitting here. Must be the sun. Whole thing's not white, but it is. It looks like this is kind of gray here, so we're going to make some gray. It's mixing with my red by accident, but you know what? I don't care. I want to go straight over on that. And we've got time. So, I mean, you know, a lot of times I whip up these paintings and you're probably thinking, she is terrible. But not really. Yeah, I love it. Okay, now I'm going to try to make this a little bit more, impressionistic. So I'm going to, again, start with another brush here, and which means I want this to be, I'm going to make a touch gray on this house. Not a lot, but just to give it some light. Okay, because the light hits the house in different ways, and if it's all white, it's just not going to look right. So my house is going to be, it's going to have a lot of white on it, but it's also going to have some gray mixed in here, okay? Don't worry if you make little mistakes like that, because it looks like the light's hitting the window, kind of, and it's a lot of fun, okay? So that's kind of nice like that. Okay, you can also do things like this. You can go in, some of the windows are more black because the light is hitting them a little darker. So what you can do is you can go in and do this, but don't do it on all your windows. Just do it in some parts, okay? Makes it look more real, okay? Yeah, see? You can do that some places. I don't see much, maybe a little here, okay? Maybe a little there. Yeah, and you know what? If you call me and you're a guest on the crack, guess what happens? Did you know that you get to go home with the painting that I paint? So, yeah, if you're a guest on my show, you go home with yours, but guess what? You go home with mine, too. So it's so great. Let's just impressionist this up a bit. I'm going to add some trees in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some green. I'm going to go back to my other palette here, because I see a green, sort of greenish blue going into the background. So that's what I'm going to do. Green and blue and black. I'm going to mix all those together. And I'm going to get this kind of darker. I need darker than that. But anyway, you can see it's a beautiful painting. It doesn't look exactly like what I've got in front of me, but I'm just going to go back with some of the pink. And I might have to let it dry for a while before I finish it, because like I said, the pink, and you can make a lighter pink here. See how pretty that is? Put that in there. Yep. I'll put that in there. It's pink. Yeah, it looks great. Just hydrangeas. The easel's kind of falling, but I've got it. You don't want any white showing over here, okay? So you're just gonna put in that pink. These are hydrangeas. You don't have to draw every single bulb or anything like that. You're just trying to mix it up. Might need a little bit to dry, so I'm gonna try to just finish it up here if I can. But again, okay, it's looking good. I love it. In the background, it's a little bit lighter blue too, so I'm gonna try to fix that if I can. Right here, we're just gonna throw in some more pink, brighter pink. It's beautiful. Yeah, throw that in there, okay. I don't want any white showing really, just a little maybe, but not a lot. Okay, throw that in. Okay, again, you'd think I get paint on my clothes, but I don't. I don't, no. Throwing this in. Now my boss, who edits all this, he's amazing. Yeah. Looks beautiful. Now I'm gonna make a little bit of that blue going on in the background quick, a little lighter. I'm using the same brush. Okay, I'm gonna use a lot of white and a little blue. Okay, so I get this really nice baby blue kind of thing going. And I'm just gonna drop that along in the background, just a little. Okay, because it's so pretty. Just a little. And then maybe a little darker blue too, to show that they are hydrangeas back there. Again, it's not the same as the one that I'm painting in front of me. Looks beautiful, I love it. Now, let's just do a few of the grasses in the front. You're gonna want white and yellow and green, okay? So we're doing that. You can tell I'm a total slob, but I mean, it works out better for me like that. I'm doing grasses. So I'm just gonna use a small brush and I'm just gonna put some grasses like this. So pretty. And then, you know, pretty soon we'll be done. And then you sign it. Okay, I'll do a little bit more yellow just because, you know, there's some sunlight coming in here. So pretty. There's a couple grasses going into the background like this. So pretty. Okay, and it's just about done. I love it. I can't believe it. I might have to come back to this. I hope that you can make 2 episodes out of this one. Let's take a look. What I'm going to do is unclip my camera, and we're going to take a look from behind. Okay, here I am here in my window, and if you notice outside, those are my hydrangeas. Oh, can you see them? I don't know. So let's take a look. It looks pretty good. Let's back up. I always tell people when you're doing a painting, you want to back up. Because if you don't back up, you're going to be really critical of your painting, and you're going to be like, this is terrible. But if you look, if we back up a little, let's back up. I mean, look at it. It looks gorgeous. I love it. So again, I hope that you're enjoying my painting program. I love it. Let me show you. Well, maybe I won't show you the guinea pig. I can't see him anyway. He's in our living room. I don't have that many rules as a parent. Oh, I got some in my chair. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did. No, I didn't. See that? Yeah, I didn't have a lot of rules as a parent. They could bicycle in the house, skateboard, pretty much anything. But one rule I have is to be nice to everybody. Like everybody, even mean people. You know, and there's people that are like, Dawn, why would you tell them to be nice to mean people? I'm like, because some people are just, you know, they have a hard time with that. They might have not been raised the same as me. So, you know, hopefully that works, and hopefully my kids are really nice to your kids at school. That's the way I like to do it. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'm trying to drag it out here so he can make a couple episodes. Oh, I'll show you my little, let's look around here. I'll show you another one I did. It's an impressionist painting. This is a painting of hydrangeas, also used to hang at my mom's. If you look up closely, it really is impressionist because it's not super, super detailed, but watch when you back up, it looks beautiful. Here I am. If you see the marquee, it says my name. And then there's my husband and I below it. Can you believe it? at the movie theater getting married at the Calvin. And then if you go over here, this is our wedding gift from our priest, who, when we got married, he's like, did you make your first communion? And I'm like, no. And he's like, hurry up, we got to do confession. And I was like, what? Oh, anyway, that's what he gave us. And I did the confession right 15 minutes before my wedding. Then here, I have, let me move this fish. I have a special note from Eric Carle and all of his pictures that he did from his books. I don't know which one the Very Hungry Caterpillar is. One of them, maybe that green one. Brown bear is somewhere up there. Oh, I think he's at the top. So yeah, he said thank you for the wonderful cupcakes. See, you can't read backwards. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'm so excited. Behind me is a whale. Let's look at my whale. They're very popular. If you have a beach house, okay, there's my whale. I'm in my living room. I'm not showing you the ground. It's terrible. I could. So again, thanks for tuning in to the Crack of Dawn. I'm so excited, and I'm sorry I don't have my cameramen with me because they're so professional, but I'm trying. There's my vacuum cleaner that it was attached to. See the clippity thing? Yeah. And anyway, I hope I have enough time to do 2 episodes. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in, and I appreciate it. If you want to be a guest, just call. A lot of people are like, I can't paint, and I'm like, that's the whole point. Like, I'm going to show you how to do it. You know, it might not be as good as mine, and it might be better than mine, and I don't care. We're going to have Christina Purbeck on. She lives at the Hillstead Museum with Dave O, her boyfriend, what am I talking about? Her husband of a long time, I think longer than me. She's going to let me film up there, and we're going to paint together, and she's a bodybuilder. We're not going to be bodybuilding. Maybe. I can't do that. And then we've got some other guests lined up. So I'm so excited to do that. And we're going to try to get some cameras, some real cameras, so we can do it the right way. And thanks for tuning in. I love y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.